Hey, there's Pete, GCI Turf. I want to talk to you today about a little something. What the heck? You gotta be kidding me. You guys must be lost.
We thought we were any number of times there following the GPS over here.
I reckon what let's do is let's mow first. And then, because it ain't gonna take long. What's
No.
that, a 72-inch deck?
72.
We'll mow and then heck, it ain't gonna hurt it. We'll run over it with the Aeravator too.
That'd be great.
And what model is it for 4500?
This is the 4500Z. The letter at the end just refers to the engine.
Yeah.
So this is a Kubota gas engine.
Okay.
A Y would be a Kubota diesel.
Okay.
And then they have a P and a K.
Oh my gosh, you talk about a stripe roller. Look at
Yeah,
that
that's
thing,
a
man.
5-inch diameter roller.
Good God almighty, man.
This is the new finish mower that was just introduced a year ago.
Uh-huh.
And it was really well received. We saw more finish mowers last year than we ever have.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people were replacing their previous model Ventrac mowers with this because the quality of cut's just a little bit better.
Okay. Okay. Man, it's kicking. That's easy enough, ain't it?
Pretty quick and
How many
easy.
times have you done that?
Oh, I really wish I knew, but
10,000 maybe?
probably a minimum of 10, yeah. Probably a minimum. Now let's go ahead and hook up those hydraulic lines. And what this is for, Pete, is this is a new option with the new mowers. You can use the hydraulic cylinder to raise the deck up almost vertical for service.
Wow. Okay.
Which is, you can do it manually, but this is just a whole lot quicker, cleaner, and easier.
Right.
And so most people will pay for the hookup, the cylinder kit.
This is our height adjust lever, and if you look at the diagram here, the highest setting is to hook and unhook, which is where we had it, so that it puts the hitch arms at the correct height to attach. And the other end of the spectrum is the lowest setting, which allows it to flip up.
Okay.
And so if you can imagine, when we put it at the lowest setting, the roller comes up flush to the deck.
Okay.
And it allows you to
gotcha.
flip it over center.
Yep.
So go ahead and raise it up. Move this to the lowest setting.
Ah,
And
I
see how
see.
it pulls it flush.
Yeah.
Then when we look in here, there's 2 pressure pins we pull out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then essentially that hole's gonna get above the arms, and then there's one here on the idler. Flip that over center, and now Rob's gonna stir up the tractor.
Hey, talk about convenient.
Now you can see why most people are willing to pay for that extra accessory.
I see that. back reverse order.
Yes.
Right. Stick our fins back in.
Pins in and close the idler tension.
Yes.
Yeah, and you notice that tensioner has to come off to raise the deck up,
Yeah.
which is a safety feature, because now even if somebody was to get on a tractor and turn the PTO on you, it
Yeah.
still wouldn't turn the blades again.
Hey,
So there's.
I like that.
And
It's a
you
good way to
might-
save arm, right?
And then, do you have a preferred height of cut?
4 inches.
4 inches. Okay. So if we look on our chart here, 4 is position 14.
Position 14. Position 14 should be 4 inches.
Right about here, Pete, can you see that big spring-loaded assembly right there? See me moving it around?
I do.
Okay. Right now it's on 0.
Right.
And by the way, the front hitch has to be at its maximum height to allow this to happen.
Okay.
Because once you drop it, this will engage the front hitch at whichever setting I choose. 0 means you're not getting any engagement. The numbers are just relative indicators, so the higher the number, the more engagement you're getting.
Gotcha.
And the amount of weight that gets transferred depends totally on the weight of the attachment.
Gotcha.
This is a big deck, weighs over 500 pounds.
Okay.
And so by going to setting 4, which is what I would recommend,
Okay.
when I drop this down into float,
Yeah.
it's going to engage that front hitch. It's going to be exerting an upward lift on it at all
Okay.
times, and it's going to be carrying roughly half the weight of that deck, something over 250 pounds, into the spring-loaded assembly, which rides right over your front axle.
It's a weight transfer system.
Yes, sir. It's
Awesome.
it's simple, it's mechanical, and it's extreme. And if you stand right about here, you may be able to catch this.
All right.
When we let that deck down, that spring's going to expand.
Okay.
See it expanding? At the
Yeah.
end, I pop it in float, and that pulls back just a little bit.
Yeah.
So that spring is now exerting an upward lift on those hitch arms at all times.
There's the spring right down in there. All right, so you know how peculiar I am about this. Let's check it and let's see where they're at. So the deck reading says 4 inches, but a physical reading, we're cutting at about 4 1/4, which I'm perfectly okay with that. pleasantly surprised. Look at those lines. Good day in the morning, boy. I think there's a dark stripe. I mean like a very dark stripe. That 5-inch roller helps that quite a bit with that. Man, I wish I wouldn't have dropped my drone out of the sky. Excuse me, I wish my drone wouldn't have fell out of the sky. As soon as I get it back, I'll try to get some pictures of this from up top before those stripes go away. Cuts it pretty clean. It is the first cut of the year, so that's always a nasty cut, but after a couple of cuts and mowing it routinely, wow. That thing, I mean, look at that. My X marks don't stripe that hard. Nowhere near as hard as that. It ain't even in the same ballpark. Okay, so let's talk about seed bed preparation and just how important that is. You can go out in a bare dirt yard and plug it and put down grass seed, and for the most part it might do okay. It may, you know, a lot of that seed may end up washing down in the holes and all. Well, here's the difference in the Aeravator. You can see this soil, look at it. Look at how loose that is. So whenever you hear me refer to saying create a nice seed bed, this is the bed I'm talking about. The way that we leave the dirt or leave the condition of the dirt, how it's loose and broken up well, that's what I mean when I say create a good seed bed. Grass seed can germinate in this much better than it can germinate in that. It's just a fact of life. Hey, I bet you're wondering how I got that dirt to break up like that. Well, let me show you. Man, I cannot get over that. Look. Look at them stripes, man. I have done a lot of mowing in my day, 15 years worth actually, and I have never seen a yard stripe up that dark. Is that not cool or what? All right, so enough about this. I just can't get over looking at them. Sorry to ramble, but those stripes they're very impressive, quite impressive. Let me show you how we break that dirt up. All right, so you've heard me talk about seed bed preparation and how important that is about breaking the ground. This is what I mean by breaking the ground. Oh man, please don't leave me. Come back. Oh. So I tried that thing out at the GIE. Been looking at one for, oh gosh, I have no idea how long. I'm absolutely in love with it. And I will own one. I give you my word.